Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Talk About It with Miss Stephanie. Today we are excited to have Kristi Grestini from BC Transit. Every first Thursday of the month we love to highlight different organizations and resources that we have right here in Battle Creek, Michigan, or Calhoun County. And so today, because transportation has been a challenge for a lot of us, we thought it would be great to have her here today. So thank you for being here. And so we're just going to go ahead and get started. One of our strategic themes is we want to make sure we can discover, grow, and connect. And so it's really an honor to have you here because we want to discover what's happening in our transportation world and see how we can connect with you. So can you tell us about BC Go and how you're connected?
So I'm Kristi Grestini and I'm the mobility manager for the city of Battle Creek. I have been the project lead for BC Go with the design of BC Go as well as the implementation of the pilot that we're currently operating. So I've been with it since the very beginning.
Wow. So tell us, you said since the beginning, tell us how long BC Go has been in the community.
So we launched BC Go on March 8th of 2021. It is a pilot that is currently operating throughout Calhoun County. It was funded from the Michigan Department of Transportation through a Service Initiatives grant. Originally we had received 12 months of funding to kind of see what that pilot looked like and what the demonstration of need was for our community to run that microtransit system. We now are on our third year of funding for that pilot. We have been told this is our final year of funding for our BC Go pilot. And so we're looking for ways that we can continue to sustain this model of transportation after we exhaust those pilot funds. Okay,
so tell us, thank you for this service to the community. Tell us, how does BC Go run? Like how, who can use it? What's the hours, the fare, the prices and all that good stuff?
Okay, so BC Go is available to anyone in the community. So if you are someone who is looking to get to work, to get to school, to medical appointments, social activities, BC Go is the perfect service for you. It is designed to operate throughout Calhoun County, so it is smaller vehicles. You'll see minivans that are black with a blue BC Go logo and a cityscape design, and we operate from Battle Creek all the way to Albion. So fares for this service are $3 to $15, and they are based on the miles of your trip. So if you are traveling here local in Battle Creek and your trip is less than 6 miles, you can expect to pay $3 for your fare. If you are traveling from Battle Creek to Albion, you can expect to pay $15 for your fare, and that's our max rate. So anything over that 20 miles is going to be what's $15 for your trip. All of our vehicles are fully accessible, so if you are an individual who travels with a mobility device, our vehicles can still accommodate you and get to where you need to go. And then the hours of service, we're currently operating Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Wow. Now, because transportation has been a challenge for many people, how accessible is it? Meaning, sometimes with any type of transportation, it's hard for you to get a hold, or there's the availability isn't easy. So can you speak to that?
So we do see that. So Calhoun County has a very high need for transportation. So we have a high demand for transportation. We do open our schedule up so you can book up to 14 days in advance, which I highly encourage the individuals who use it for work, for school, things like that, where you know your schedule and you have to be there every single day. I encourage those individuals to book in advance. Same with medical appointments. If we know what our medical appointment is, a month out from now, try to book it that 2 weeks, because then you're more likely to get the trip time that you need. But there is just a large need for transportation. That was one of our lessons that we have learned since the launch of BC Go. So we always knew there was a greater need for transportation in our area than just the legacy services that we have provided here in the city for years. So this pilot really gave us the opportunity to demonstrate that need and then to kind of move forward with how we plan for the future.
Okay. So let's say someone, you know, we all have potholes in life and they need transportation, but the availability isn't there because of the high demand. Are there other transportation resources that you can let our listeners know about?
So there are. Battle Creek has a lot of transportation options that are really great options for our community members. Community members who, you know, need help navigating some of those resources and what option best suits their needs, they can give me a call. So I have a listing of all the different transportation providers in our area, where they transport, what their fare structures are, things like that. So you can call 269-966-3489. That is my direct line, and I can help you navigate which transportation option best meets your needs.
Okay. And then for back to the payment, how do they pay? Do they have to have cash? Is it Cash App? How does that work?
So that's a great question. So BC Go is our first technology-enabled platform for transportation in the county. So that's kind of one of the things that the community has loved, is you have the ability to download a app on your smartphone. So the app is BC Go Calhoun County. You can download it on the Apple Store or Google Play Store. And once that's on your phone, you can book your trip right from your phone.
Wow.
Or individuals who do not have access to a smartphone, they can still call into our dispatch office and book a trip with our dispatchers. So that phone number is 269-966-3474.
Okay.
The dispatchers can book the trip. You also have the ability to pay cash on board at the time of your trip. It has to be exact fare because our drivers do not carry change. Or you can pay with your credit card on the app. The app does accept a credit card or even a prepaid credit card. So individuals that maybe don't have access to their own debit or credit card, you can still get a prepaid card and take advantage of that.
Okay. Boy, this is very good information. So a couple of things come to my mind. First of all, I did not know that BC Go was under the umbrella of Battle Creek Transit. So that was some information that I learned. I also know that there has been a reduction in hours with city transit, which sometimes can impact our students. So a couple of things. One, are students able to utilize BC Go? And can you kind of speak to the listeners about why there has been a reduction in hours?
Yes, so there has been a reduction in our Battle Creek Transit services. Most importantly, probably on our fixed route services, where we are seeing that there's a decrease in running those. That is strictly due to a CDL driver shortage that we are experiencing nationwide. At last time it was reported, 92% of transit agencies nationwide have had to make service cuts due to a CDL shortage. So it's not just something that's unique to the city of Battle Creek, it is something that we are seeing nationwide. Which is why services like this, like our BC Go system, which operates a microtransit system, we operate vehicles that don't require having a CDL, just a chauffeur's license.
Wow.
So that's why you see that these services are still running until 7:30, whereas a lot of our fixed route buses are coming off the road around 4 o'clock or 3:45 to 4:15.
Right.
Which we know is not meeting the needs of our community. Unfortunately, in this situation, our hands are tied. Just because we do not have enough personnel to actually get behind the wheel of the bus. So we're struggling to physically keep those buses moving with our workforce. We're still actively looking and recruiting. We've been working with other agencies like Michigan Works to try to brainstorm ideas on how we can attract some new drivers to our fixed route services. So we're still diligently working through that, and we're hoping, and our fingers are crossed, that we can kind of one day be able to restore some of that service back to the community.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like BC Go would be the best option for students.
So they can ride BC Go. So yes, sorry.
Okay.
So BC Go is available to anyone over the age of 13 to ride independently. So if you are 13 years old and you need to get to a social activity, an after-school activity, if you need help getting to school. I know we have our school of choice here in our area, so that transportation is a real barrier for that.
Okay.
So those individuals are allowed to ride, so
Gotcha.
13 and over.
13 and over.
If it's a family, we say the children must be 8 years of older right now on the BC Go service to ride with an adult.
Okay.
And that's really just going off of the state regulations for car seats. Because we don't have car seats installed on our vehicles for that, so we want to make sure that we keep the children safe.
Wow. So how can the community help with BC Go? What can we do to support?
That's a great question. So we are in our final phase of funding. Like I told you, it's been 100% state funded since our launch in 2021. This is our last year of funding that we have. So we are looking for that dedicated funding source. So we've had conversations in the past about what does a countywide transportation system look like. We've recently just have it approved at the county level and at the city level. So a countywide transportation system, or TAC, has formed, which is known as the Transportation Authority of Calhoun County. And that will be a service that we're going to look at to kind of run or expand more on this microtransit service. Still have some of our legacy services like fixed route and teletransit that we still operate.
Okay.
But that would be something that individuals would see more conversations gearing up, because there would be a millage that would be proposed for that this fall.
Okay.
That individuals could pay close attention to those conversations.
Right. Well, you have been a wealth of information. Can you give our listeners your name and your contact information again?
So again, my name is Kristi Grestini. I'm the mobility manager for Battle Creek Transit, and my phone number is 269-966-3489.
And my name again is Miss Stephanie. I'm the social services and youth librarian here at Willard Library. And if you want more information, or if you would like just different types of resources, give me a call at 269-968-8166, extension 501, and I'll do whatever I can to try to tap you into resources and information that are available right here in Battle Creek, because we want to help you discover, grow, and connect. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.